यानेकानि जापापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे यानेकानि जापापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे यानेकानि जापापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे हरे पापानि ब्रह्महत्याधिकानि च तानि तानि प्रणश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय तुलसी महारानी 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 जय वृंदे देवी जय वृंदे देवी वृंदे देवी जय वृंदे देवी जय वृंदे देवी जय देवी वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च भक्ति देवी सत्यवताय नमः वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः प्रियाय केशवस्य विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय।
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंधु मुई सावधान माते बंधु मुई सावधान माते जहरा प्रसादे भाई हे भव तोरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जाहा होते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जाहा होते गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते करिया ऐक्या गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते करिया ऐक्या आरना करी हो माने आशा आरना करी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहर चरित श्री गुरु करुण सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु श्री गुरु करुण सिंधु आदम जनर बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आधम जनर बंधु लोकेनाथ लोकेर जीवाना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पाद छाया एबे जास कुसुक त्रिभुवाना एबे जास कुसुक त्रिभुवाना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर जी की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुब्रमण्य की, श्री गौरनिताय की, श्री पंचतत्व की, गुरु प्रभुपाद की, गुरु प्रेमानंदे। जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय। की बजयो जय गौरचंदी आरदी गो शोभा।
जय गौरचंदी आरती को शोभा।
की बजयो जय गौरचंदी आरती गो शोभा।
छंदे
जानवीतड वने जगमन लोभा
विताटवाने जगमन लोबा
बदखीन नितायचा भमे गद धारा
बदखीन नितायचा वमे गदधारा
निकटे अद्वैत श्रीनी वासचत्रधारा
निकटे अद्वैत श्रीनी वासचत्रधारा
हिबबोसी अचे गौरचा रत्न सिंहासने
बोसे अचे गौरचा रत्न सिंहासने
आरदी कोरेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करेना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
इबनर हरि आदि कोरी चामर दुलाया
नर हरि आदि करे चमार दुलाया
संजय मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गया
संजय मुकुंद वासु घोषादि गाया
किब शंग बाजे गंड बाजे बाजे करताला
शंका बाजे घंट बाजे बाजे करताला
किब शंग बाजे गंड बाजे बाजे करताला
शंका बाजे घंट बाजे बाजे करताला
मधुर मृदंग बाजे परमरसाला
मधुर मृदंग बाजे परमरसाला
शंग बाजे गंड बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंग बाजे गंड बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर मधुर
मधुर मधुर मधुर बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंग बाजे गंड बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर
हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
कि बहु कोडी चंद्रजीनी वदन उजाला
कोटि चंद्रजीनी वदन
गला देशे वनमाला हरे ज्वलमाला
देशे वनमाला कोरे जलमाला
शिव शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गद गाधा
शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गद गाधा
भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संवाद
भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपाद
शिव जय जय गौर चंदे आरदि गो शोभा
जय गौर चंदे आरति को शोभा
जानवी तढ़वने जग मन लोभा
जानवी तढ़वने जग मन लोभा
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे
हरे Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar, Radhe Jaya Radha Shama. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
गौर प्रेमानंदे
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतश्री श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतश्री श्रीमद् श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास हरि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामाई जमुनामाई की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glory to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha. Shilatankana Kalae. Ito Singha Parato Singha. Yato Yato Yamita To Singha. Bahin Singha Hridayen Singha. Narasinghamadim Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhinga Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamala Vare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Jaya Narsimha Dev, Jaya Narsimha Dev, Narsimha Dev, Jaya Narsimha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Bhakti Vigna Vinash Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari.
He said, wait. He told me to wait. If he says, then we should say, okay, thank you.
Request all the devotees to please come forward. Next page, you can please move forward.
Hare Krishna. So we are very fortunate to have amidst us His Grace Kripamaya Prabhu. His Grace Kripamaya Prabhu is the disciple of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He is also a member of the managing board of the most successful temple in Europe, Bhaktivedanta Manor, and for many years he has been preaching in Bhaktivedanta Manor, teaching Bhagavad Gita, also performing Indian weddings, sanskars and all, and father-in-law of our dear Namras Prabhu. So we'd like to welcome him with a loud Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! He will be speaking on this wonderful topic on the gentle art of Sangha, Association, gentle art of Sangha. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Well, thank you very much, Marupati Prabhu, for that wonderful introduction. I could have written that myself. Well, this is my first time to this beautiful temple. I'm looking around and it is as big as a baseball field. No, basketball. What do they call it? Basketball. I'm from London, England, you see. So we don't have baseball, we only have cricket. Now, I know none of you know what cricket is. Everybody sitting here, you're all Americans, right? True-blooded Americans. You know cricket? Of course you do, of course you do. Anyways, it's a very big space. I'm very delighted to be here. I come from London, England, but there's one thing that doesn't change, and that is our beautiful temples and the devotees who live in them. So when I walked in just recently, just a few minutes ago to wonderful singing and dancing. I felt at home. Haribo. This is a true Iskcon temple. True family spirit. So, how many of you live 10 minutes away? 20 minutes away? Half an hour away? Ooh. Anybody come more than half an hour? Well, you're very dedicated people. Anyone has come here today more than 1 hour away? Wow. Okay. Please give them a flower garland. They deserve a flower garland. Another round of applause, please. Special people. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you very much. May you be blessed. Well, I'm struck by the beautiful wood carvings here, and also I'm struck by how beautiful your deities are. You don't know how lucky you are. You're living in America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, and you're living in this beautiful place in central New Jersey where you have this huge temple, lots of wonderful people, and look at the altar. How gorgeous it is. But can you see the domes on the top of the temple here? The domes on the top of the temple. They're supported by 4 pillars. 4 double pillars, huh? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. How beautiful this is on the top. But can you imagine what would happen if we didn't have the pillars? Without the pillars, everything would collapse. So it is in life as well. You need to have pillars in order to support something beautiful. Some of you are married people, okay? Some of you are married people. And you know how much hard work it takes to keep a marriage going, isn't it? Am I right, men? Yeah. All the men go, yeah. And ladies, how difficult it is to keep a husband going, yes? There's a lot of boring work to do. Whether you're a husband or a wife or partners, or there's a lot of cleaning, and when you cook, there's a lot of chopping and washing and shopping and all these things just to get to a nice meal. So when you have a nice meal, and it's a beautiful meal, it looks nice on the plate, and you feel it is nice, tasty, nourishes you. You feel satisfied, delighted in the mind, nice to look at, nice to taste. It has taken maybe an hour, hour and a half of preparation to get there. Now, the preparation is the boring part. But my friends, without the preparation, you don't get the meal. Happy meal or otherwise, you don't get it. And without all the preparation and hard work, you don't get a happy marriage. And without some of the hard work in spiritual life, you don't get to be happy and singing in a circle on a Sunday. Because let me tell you, only people who can dance in a circle, especially men, dancing in a circle, men dancing with men. The only people who can do that are people who have had a carefree Saturday. So for a carefree Sunday, you need a carefree week. So why am I talking about pillars? Because yesterday I was in Philadelphia and they asked me to give a talk. And I held up this. It has a picture of George Washington on the front. You see, I'm English. And an Englishman speaking about George Washington doesn't happen every day. It's an unusual thing. You know, we went to war with you guys in order for you to have the freedom of America, you see. We thought they're going to be a happy colony and we will give them a king and a queen to rule over them, but it wasn't to be. You wanted your freedom. So George Washington in this book is the Constitution of the United States. And in 1784, he said something very, very wonderful, and I wanted to share it with you because it is the perfection of one of the expressions of what we call Sanatan Dharma, or Krishna consciousness, expressed by George Washington himself in 1784. He said, political prosperity, which means how a country can all get on and live happily and peacefully together. He said it rests on it rests on indispensable pillars. He said, indispensable pillars. And he named 2 pillars. He said, one is morality. morality. Morality means to know what's good and to know what you should do and to know what you shouldn't do and to have the willpower to make the choice between one or the other. You see, otherwise things, we always want to do the things that we want to do and we don't want to do the things that we don't want to do. So we want the meal, but we don't want to cook it. You see, that's called being a husband. You want the nice meal, but you don't want to do the cooking. Well, someone has to do the cooking. Someone has to do the chopping. There's a lot of preparation. Our guru, Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, told a story. He said, once upon a time, there was a very stupid man, very stupid farmer, and he had some chickens, and he had some small chickens, but he had one big chicken. And this one big chicken was laying big eggs, really big eggs, like ostrich eggs. You've seen them? Really big eggs. And he was taking those big eggs to the marketplace, and he was selling them for big money. But there was only one problem. He was making a lot of money with those eggs, but the front end of the chicken was always eating. Always eating, always hungry. He said, the back end of the chicken is making me money. The front end of the chicken is costing me money. I know what I'll do. And he got his axe, and he sharpened his axe, and he cut the chicken in half. I don't think he was a vegetarian, do you? So he cut the chicken in half. Now, of course, he ended up with nothing at all. And this is called, in India, this is called Ardha Murgi Nyay. The logic of half a chicken. Ardha Murgi. Ardha Murgi Nyay. You cut the chicken in half because you think you're making a clever choice. This side I don't like. This side I do like. I'll keep what I like and get rid of what I don't like. But then you end up with nothing at all. So similarly with dharma, in order to get the benefits, you must put in the hard work. It could be anything. It could be growing sweet corn. Anybody like sweet corn? Anybody from Gujarat here? Huh? How many? Give me a wave if you're from Gujarat or from Gujarati extraction. Just a few of you. Okay. Where else are you from in India? Andhra? Some Andhra? Okay. Maharashtra? Okay. Very good. Nice to see you. To the Gujaratis, I say, Kamcho. Bosaras. So where was I? So you have to put in that hard work. So a chicken is a whole thing. You have to have the good bit and the bad bit. The bit that makes you money, the bit that doesn't make. So do not do Ardha Murgi Nyaya. He said, Prabhupada Ji said, the problem in the West is you look at something like yoga and you think to yourself, I like this bit, but I don't like this bit. And you cut yoga in half and you end with something that is not yoga. So I like this bit, I like the exercises, and I like dressing in fashionable clothing and going to the gymnasium and being toned and having a sleek body. But I don't like the meditation part. See? I don't like the giving up of anything in order to focus my mind. He said, if you cut yoga in half, you won't have anything at all. Now, Mr. George Washington, here he is again. Just so some of you don't know, if you're from Maharashtra, he was the very first president of the United States. Okay? He said some very good things. But he said that good, peaceful, happy life is based on the pillars of morality. When people choose to do good things. But before you choose to do a good thing, you also have to choose not to do the bad thing. You have two things. You have to reject what is bad and accept what is good and make a good choice. So that means the willpower. And to sharpen your willpower, what do you take? He said, do not think that you can have morality without religion. This was his thing in 1784. He said, do not think that you can have morality. He said, do not cling to the supposition that you can have morality without religion. Meaning that it is much easier to do the right thing if you know that someone is watching. If you believe in God and you know that someone is watching, it's easier to be a better person. I'm not saying it's the only way that you can be a better person. You can be a good person and an atheist. But it's easier to be a good person if you're a believer. Because, why? Because someone is watching. Someone is the witness. And the Upanishads, the sacred texts of India, say that each of us has awaiting for us at the end of our life a pot of honey. A pot of honey. And that pot of honey is made by thousands of bees. Thousands of bees making thousands of journeys to millions of flowers. You know, one drop. Do you like honey? Who likes honey? You like madhu? Do you like madhu? Taste honey, that sweetness has come from a lot of effort. Same thing. Do you see where I'm going with this? A lot of effort goes into making something sweet. So then at the end of our life, it is said there is a pot of honey. It is made up of all the trips that you have ever made and all the deeds, both good and bad, that you have done. And now in this age that we are, I'm now 62. Some of you are much, much younger than me. That's why I can sit on a big seat, because I'm 62 and they put flowers around my neck because I'm old, you see. The older you get in this culture, the more flowers you get. You're supposed to become more like a bee. So that means that whether your jar of honey is bitter or sweet, it depends on all the activities that you've performed. That's what the Upanishad says. So in the art of Sangha, I usually like to say that the first thing we're trying to do is trying to follow Dharma. Trying to follow Dharma. But always being conscious that Dharma rests itself upon religion. So the gentle art of Sangha means that I can help myself to be a better person if I make friends with good people. It's very easy. You mix with people who are not good, it is easy to develop their habits. You mix with people who are good, it's easy to develop their habits. It rubs off on you. It's like you're in a train. They have trains in America? They do, don't they? Speedy bullet trains? No. Amtrak trains. Comfortable trains. So you go on a train and someone sneezes. And the very next day, any doctors we have here? Give me a wave if you're a doctor. What happens if you're sitting next to someone on a train and they sneeze? What happens, doctor?
You can catch what they have.
Yes, you can catch what they have. You don't need to be a doctor to know that. Okay, but I'm just going for the highest authority in the room. He's a doctor. If he says it, usually you have to pay him money for his opinion. He gave you that opinion for free, so be grateful, okay? So we have a doctor's opinion for free. If you're sitting next to a person who sneezes, you can catch what they have. What to speak of is if you're standing in an elevator, or lift, as we call them in England, you can catch what they have. So you are the resulting, your state of consciousness is the result of all the other states of consciousness with which you have associated yourself. Like a virus, you can pick up another person's state of consciousness. You can pick it up from the radio, the TV, magazines, video games. You can pick it up from people that you mix with at work. You can pick it up from your partner. It's like it can be either a disease or it can be a blessing. So this consciousness is infectious because we're social creatures. We like to be with other people. So the whole point of this Krishna consciousness movement, as stated by the founder, is to bring us all together so that our consciousness can be like being in an elevator with a saint. Story. And the saint was walking down the road, and the farmer said to him, he said, "Where are you going, my dear saint?" He said, I'm going to bring people together so that we can serve God together." And then he looked just a few yards behind the saint, and there was the devil, with his horns and his tail. He said, "Oh, my dear sir," he said, "he's a saint." He said, "You're the devil. Why are you following him?" He said, "Well, he's going to start a movement for God consciousness." He said, "So why are you following him?" He said, "I'm going to help him organize it." So be very careful, my friends. As soon as you bring people together to be good people, somebody wants to manage them. And that's an opportunity for ego to come in. Not here, of course, in central New Jersey, but there's opportunities for egos to come in. And wherever there's an ego, there's a devil going, "I'll help to manage this." Can even happen in a spiritual movement. So what do we need to do? We need to know, first of all, what is the pillars of morality? What are the pillars of morality? And the pillars of morality are the things that you say when you take your initiation vows, and we usually express it in terms of what you don't do. So for instance, we are all vegetarians. We don't kill animals and we don't eat animals. So therefore that's one of the vows that we take. Anything that's got a face, we say, "I will not eat you." It's nice not to eat things which are furry or cuddly. It's nice. When we see a dog, we think, "Oh, let me stroke the dog," except if you're from India. Or even if you're from Pakistan, you go, "Ah, haram." But if you're from, just let that go over your heads, gentlemen. But if you're from the West, we like our dogs, we like our cats, we like our goldfish, we like everything. But there's a sliding scale, a sliding scale. Somehow when it gets to chickens and sheep, we don't want to stroke those, we just want to roast those. And somehow that doesn't sit well with me. I think we should be nice to every living creature. Don't you think so? Yeah. Haribo. Why not? So there's another principle. Behind the four pillars, you see another four pillars? Okay. So no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. Those are the things you shouldn't do. But the other four pillars are just as important. They're behind. What are they? Cleanliness, austerity, mercy, and truth. Cleanliness means what? It means to be clean outside and inside. It means don't put rubbish in your mouth, don't smoke rubbish, don't sniff rubbish, don't inject rubbish, don't eat rubbish, and don't drink rubbish. That's basically how to stay clean. And don't listen to rubbish, don't talk rubbish, don't read rubbish, don't watch rubbish. Okay? It's easy enough to do, and everybody's doing it. But why go with the crowd? Let's be above the crowd. Let's keep our minds free from those things. We want a drug-free New Jersey. Okay, well, what are we going to do about that? We have to be agents of change. So cleanliness, and it means don't speak rubbish. What is it called when you speak something that has got nothing to do with Atmagyan? Prajalpa. It's called Prajalpa. It means that those words that will just act as gravity in your spiritual life. When India just the other day was Chandrayana, was sending a rocket to the moon. I'll say India because you'll all get enlivened when I speak of Chandrayana. If I say NASA, everybody, you won't. But if I say Chandrayana, India, only the fourth country to send a rocket to the moon. Okay, we should be very proud. Round of applause, please. Yes. Howdy, Modi. before he became Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi Sarkar came to Bhaktivedanta Manor, where I live, and I met him. I was able to shake his hand, and I said, well, may Krishna's blessings be on you. He said, oh, thank you very much. He said, the Krishna that I like is the Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, fighting. He said, this is my Krishna. I said, whichever Krishna you like, may he bless you. Anyway, he's done very well for himself, hasn't he? Anyway, when you're trying to send a rocket to another planet, you have to escape gravity, which means you have to have a force greater than gravity. So when you're trying to be a good person, you have to have a greater force inside you that will help you to escape the gravity that's always pulling you down. Because we all get pulled down. Here we are, dancing in a circle, all the men, all the ladies, everybody's happy, and it's Sunday. Very soon, they're going to sweep you off your feet and going to take you, and I think they're going to serve you a wonderful vegetarian feast. Am I right? As soon as I stop talking, right? If I stop another 5 minutes, people are going to go, Kitna baje, Sadarji. No. So then, it's very nice. But come Monday morning, we wake up on a Monday morning. Do you ever feel the force of gravity on a Monday morning? So you have to do something. You have to have a booster rocket. So the booster rocket has all the fuel. All the fuel is in stage number what? 3, 2, or 1? There's 1. Is it 1? Which is the first one to... Huh? That's the third stage, isn't it? Third stage. Okay, that's where all the fuel is, because you need to go very, very fast. You need to go very fast. Many years, it even happens with airplanes. You have to be going at a certain speed. Many years ago, I was on the first jumbo jet to land in Calcutta, 1977. I was on that first jumbo jet. Bushara, you might also have been there. Many, many devotees came from Los Angeles, New York, London, Frankfurt. One jumbo jet, 355 seats, 353 Iskcon devotees. And okay. And the stewardesses said, would you like a chanting or no chanting seat? No, they didn't. So there was a beautiful kirtan. We were 5 miles high in the sky, and we were running up and down the aisle doing Mangalati, somewhere over eastern Germany. And the captain's voice said, can you please sit down? You're rocking the airplane. Anyway, we went to India and saw Srila Prabhupada, and then we bought a lot of brass, because in our temples we have brass, Gaura Nitai, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and many small preaching centers in Iskcon at that time needed Gaura Nitai. Nobody had them. We had to go and find them. 353 devotees, 353 sets of brass Gaura Nitais. And there was panic scenes in Calcutta airport as they said, stop, you've already exceeded your weight limit. You're way over 23 kgs, you can't get on. And devotees were on their knees begging, please, please, please. We are preaching the glories of your Bengal culture to the world. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the saint of Bengal. Please let us get... He said, all right. Get on. But there was one problem. The plane was too heavy. So the plane came down the runway like this, and it was trying to pick up speed. But you have to go 130 miles an hour to even get the plane's nose up. So the plane didn't come, and the plane had to go down and go all the way back again, go on a longer runway, take a longer run up before it could lift, and it was still very, very heavy. So I'm just saying, in spiritual life, especially on a Monday morning, you have to take great pains that you get up early and get the japa and get your meditation and get your shastra svadhyay done so that your consciousness can lift off. You have to be going at a certain speed. There has to be a certain power. That's all I'm saying. So, cleanliness, austerity, mercy, and truth. These are the 4 positive principles behind the 4 negative restrictions that we express. So, there was one conversation with Lord Krishna on the plain of Kurukshetra. We normally find this in the Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna said many things to Arjuna, but he didn't say much. 1 hour, maybe 1 hour, a little bit more. But Krishna didn't have much time. 36 years later, the same Krishna had a lot more time on his hands. He was about to leave this world, and he spoke to his friend Uddhava. And the way he spoke to Uddhava was much different. The way he spoke to Uddhava was much different than he spoke to Arjuna. For instance, chapter 4, verse 34, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, Tadvidi. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a guru. Krishna says nothing more about the subject. With Uddhava, he goes into a little more detail, because Uddhava says, well, how can I find someone like that? And Krishna says, there's 3 ways that you find a guru. He says the very first guru is your own mind. Oh, how was that? Who is this Kripa Moya anyway? From London. What is he speaking? The mind is a guru? How is that possible? But Prabhupada also says this, is that mind can be the guru because you look around you and you say to yourself, this is not as it should be. I don't think my life is going in the way that I really intended. There must be more to life than this. Has anyone, give me a wave of your hand if you've ever thought that to yourself. There must be more to life than this. Yeah? Yeah. So that is a case of your own mind being your guru. Of course, we can say it's the intelligence, it's buddhi, it's the soul, it's the super soul, whatever. In this place, Krishna says your own mind can be your guru. Then he says, second guru is everything. What is it? What are you saying? Everything can become that. So Krishna himself tells a story. He tells Uddhava a story. He says, once upon a time, there was a king, and the king had a palace, and a young man came into the king's presence. Now, normally, in India, when you see someone, you can tell which guru they have. If you look at their face, you will see this section here. It's called the, South India we say, Pundra, or Punal. No, not Punal, Pundra, or Tapa. And we say this is a tilak. So you can see by the shape of a person's which school of philosophy he belongs to. Then, next symptom, the beads. If you have crystal beads made of crystal, you worship the Surya or Shakti, yes. If you have Rudraksha, you're worshipping. And if you have Tulsi Mala, you're worshipping. Okay, very good. You're very good at this. So you can then say, now we've got it down, haven't we? We look at someone, we can say, he's not Iskcon. I can tell. He's not. There's something about him. There's not the way his kirta. So anyway, the king said, I can't see anything about you. I said, you don't have any pundra. You don't have any beads. I said, who is your guru? In India, when you go to a hotel, they say, what is your name? Or at least they say that to me. Very suspicious, you see. CIA. What is your name? What is your country? And if I'm dressed like this, which I normally dress like this. I always dress like this, actually. In London, you can dress like this, and you can get away with it. You don't have to travel with shirt and coat and pant. You travel in dhoti. Once I was invited to come and have a afternoon tea at Buckingham Palace with Her Majesty the Queen. And so on the invitation it said, please wear a suit, a or your national dress? I said, Hari Bapre. I said, I don't have a suit. I've never owned a suit or a tie. And I don't have a national dress. I'm British. So what shall I wear? So I said, I'll just wear this. Now when you walk around at Buckingham Palace like this, everybody in their morning suits and the ladies with their big hats with the big feathers, they look at you like this, and at first their faces go like this because it's British society, you see. They look at me and they go, and in their mind they're thinking, oh my God, who is this? Who is this strange fellow at Buckingham Palace? Where did he come from? He's wearing a bed sheet. I can hear their mind thinking. They don't say it. And what they do, they look down. And when they get to the bottom and they look, they think to themselves, well, hang on a minute, he's got an invitation. So he must be somebody very important. So they're like this. And by the time they get back to my face, they go, how are you? So nice to see you. Don't know who you are. But, so that's how you do it. Anyway, so he said, I see that you don't have any beads. You don't have. He said, who is your guru? And then he said, my guru. And then he said, I have 24 gurus. 24 gurus. Okay? There are some people in Iskcon who've had 24 gurus. Okay? It's just a joke. They didn't get it, so we'll move on quickly. So there are people, 24 gurus. So he goes a list of gurus. He says, the mountain is my guru. The river is my guru. The honeybee is my guru. The bear is my guru. He goes through different gurus. So when you're actually looking for a guru, when you're looking for spiritual knowledge, the guru will speak to you. The whole universe will speak to you. Because God himself is the original and everlasting and eternal guru who's trying to reach you because you're trying to reach him. See, as soon as you become hungry for God, God says, okay, I'm taking you seriously. I'll reciprocate with that. See that tree? That tree is your guru. Now, what is the tree teaching you? And you'll go, wow, that tree is just so spiritual, man. And everything will teach you something. Then Krishna comes up with a killer quote. He says, then one day you'll meet a person who himself is the embodiment of all the lessons that the universe is trying to teach you. Would you like to know what sort of person that is? Because this is the sort of person that we're looking for. Would you like to know? I was hoping you'd say that. Okay. So could you shout out in much louder than everybody in Tuaco? Could you shout out? Could you shout out? Am I allowed to joke? No, I'm not allowed to joke. Okay. Much louder than everybody in Philadelphia. Could you shout out these qualities that Krishna says are the 20 plus qualities of a genuine sadhu? This is the type of person that we're looking for. Krishna says, a saintly person is merciful and never injures others. Even if others are this is a long one actually, so those of you who's never been here before to this place? Okay. It all sounds a little bit cultish now, okay? Are you all right? So if you think that this is a bit cultish, just don't drink the Kool-Aid afterwards, okay? So, even if others are aggressive, he is tolerant and forgiving toward all living beings. That's just true. He is free from envy and jealousy. His mind is equal in happiness or distress. He dedicates his time to the welfare of all others. You're doing very good, thank you. We're a quarter of the way through. He's never bewildered by material desires. His behavior is always pleasing. Never harsh. You got to get the finger movements. Never harsh. Always exemplary. And he's free from graspingness. He strictly controls his eating. That's a problem, isn't it? He remains peaceful and steady. He accepts me, Krishna, as his only shelter. He's steady and noble. Free from desire for prestige. And never cheats anyone. He is a well-wishing friend to all. And must be considered the most learned of men. Okay. Okay, that'll do. That's a lot of qualities to be going on with. Did you enjoy that? Yes. Now, this list is 28 qualities. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find 26 qualities. Prabhupada did two things. He wrote the 4 regulative principles out in pen on a piece of paper, and he also wrote the 26 qualities out, and he pinned them up in the very first temple in New York. They asked him, these are the things you don't want us to do, but what are these? He said, well, I'm giving you these qualities so that you know what I want you to be like. These are the things I don't want you to do, but these are the qualities I want you to develop. Now, sometimes we hear, just chant Hare Krishna, be a devotee, and you'll develop all good qualities. But at that time, Prabhupada said, unless you know what good qualities you're trying to develop, how will you develop them? And so we try, in Prabhupada's name, to come together to associate with other devotees. Now here's the difficulty. If we're still not free from pride, we will look around the room and we will think to ourselves, well, 28 qualities. He doesn't have them. He doesn't have them. He doesn't have them. He definitely doesn't have them. He will never have them, maybe. He's just walked in the door. He just came 2 weeks ago. And you'll go all around the room and you'll think, what can I do? I just don't have any association here in Iskcon, Central New Jersey. What can I do? I'll have to go to India. Okay. So now, we know, what is the first offense to the holy name of Krishna? Yeah, that one. To not blaspheme devotees, to not insult devotees. So what have you just done by, pointing your ahamkara? This is ahankar finger, accusing finger, ego finger. We've pointed at everybody else. You've insulted them, haven't you? What you've basically said is, no one can teach me anything, basically. You know what happens to people who think that no one can teach them anything? Nobody teaches them anything. Even God, speaking within them as the guru, can't teach them anything. Hardheads, knuckleheads we call them in England. They can't be taught anything. Now the first offense against the holy name of Krishna, Krishna himself, is to blaspheme the devotees of the Lord. Why? Why are people who have surrendered themselves to Krishna the most important? Well, you must have heard the story of Durvasa and Maharaj Ambarish. One Ekadashi, Durvasa came and he wanted hospitality. The hospitality wasn't forthcoming. He was very angry and he cursed Ambarish to be chased by a demon. Immediately, Sudarshanam came. Sudarshana. He came. The Lord's chakra. Yeah, Gujaratis here. I mustn't say chakram. The Lord's chakra came and immediately protected the devotee. This is a spinning disc of fire that you see always present on the finger of Vishnu that comes to protect his devotees. And so Durvasa saw it coming, his own efforts to subjugate King Ambarish were destroyed, and he began running. And he began running across the universe, trying to find Sharanam. Sharanam, Sharanam, where can I find Sharanam? Where can I find shelter? And he came to Brahma, he came to Shiva, and he came finally to Lord Vishnu. And he said, Pahimam, 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 give me shelter. And what happened? This is usually where the story ends, isn't it? And Vishnu said, all right then. And he came and he withdrew his chakra. And he subdued and he exalted Ambarish. And that was the end of the story. My friends, that was not the story. That is not the story. Lord Vishnu said, what? He said, I can't do anything. My chakra is gone. He said, I can't do anything. He said, well, you're Vishnu, you're the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being who, look at these beautiful pillars that we have. 10 incarnations. Rama di murti shukala niyamena tishtan na avatar makarod bhuvaneshu kintu. How many times does God come to this world? And when the Christian preachers went to India, they said, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And all the Christians went, oh yes, very good, very good. They said, God is our Heavenly Father, you should surrender to Him. And all the Hindus went, oh yes, very good, very good. Ha, 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 ha. Very good, wow, wow, wow. I said, but Christ is the only Son of God. And all the Hindus went, no. Huh? He said, one Hindu man, he said, I've got 6 sons. He said, you're telling me that God has only one son? He said, how's that? Kya kata hai? Kya kata hai? He said, I've got 6, God has only got one. No, numberless incarnations. This we only speak of Dashavatar. There are many, many incarnations. Why? Because God's love for us is unlimited. He comes once, yes he does. He comes twice, he comes 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40 times. As many times and in as many lifetimes as it takes us to achieve mukti. So he said, I'm sorry. And this is what he said. He said, Aham bhakta paradino hyasvatantra iva dvija sadubir grasta hridayo bhaktar bhakta janapriya. The devotee, we can say it again. The devotees are always in my heart. And I am always in the heart of the devotee. The devotee does not know anything beyond me. And I also cannot forget the devotee. Pure devotees are never out of spiritual touch. And therefore they are very much dear to me. So the point is that this is any devotee. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to the residents of a village called Kulinagram that you must invite the devotees to your home, you must serve the devotees, and you must offer your respect to the devotees. So yes, my Lord, we will do that. You know, I will do that. And this was down in the south of India. Now, in 1986, I was traveling in Andhra Pradesh with our 500th anniversary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, Grand Padayatra, with His Holiness Shivaram Swami, Holiness Jayadvaita Swami, and Lokanath Swami, and Jai Vijay, and different people. And we were calling at different villages, and I spent a week with them in Andhra Pradesh. And we came to this one village where they'd never seen a white man before. Can you believe it? In India, in 1988, there were some villages they'd never seen a white man before. So everybody was gathering around. But they were singing kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I said to them, who has taught you this? And they said, we do it every day. At breakfast time, before we have breakfast, all the men of the village gather in the center of the village, about 100 of us, and they had their different South Indian instruments. It wasn't South Indian music. It was a sort of, South Indian instruments, but Mahamantra. So normally that's an unusual combination. So they said the women stand on their doors and they wave their cloths. And the men go up and down the village. They come back, go up, go down, come back to the center, then they go and have breakfast and then go to work. I said, how long has this been going on? And they all started looking at each other because no one knew. Then they found Dadu. Dadu was 93 years old. They said, Dadu, this is a tradition in our village. He said, yes, it has been going on for 500 years. One great saint came from the north on his way south. And he told everybody in this village to chant this Mahamantra every morning. And since that time, we've been doing it. I said, what was the name of that great saint? They said, we don't know, we've forgotten. But we still do what he told us to do. It's amazing. Can only have been Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago. So we went to that village. Anyway, so he gave the same message everywhere. He went to serve the Vaishnavas. So what is the next question that you must ask yourself? What is a Vaishnav? What is a Vaishnav? So then the next year, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he said, what? He said, the person who chants Hare Krishna once, that's a Vaishnav. Wow, that's very interesting. So a person may not have developed all the 28 qualities, but their Vaishnav life begins at that point. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary on the 10 offenses, he says, first offense, do not insult the great devotee. He said, you must not think, I am a better devotee than him, so I can insult him. He is only a small devotee, therefore I can insult him. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, if you think like that, this is the mind of a Pashandi. You cannot think like that. Every devotee is a devotee, and you must be very, very careful. Very, very careful. So we're looking for the company of devotees. Do you know it is so rare to get the company of devotees in your life? So rare. Some people, they go for a very long time. But when you're looking for devotees and you find them, then Krishna will measure how you treat them. We had a devotee once. He came from a little town in Alaska, part of the United States, of course, way above Canada, up that way. And he came from a village called Yellowknife. He was an Eskimo. He was born and raised in an igloo. But he got a copy of Perfection of Yoga. And he became a devotee. Yes. Worthy of a clap. I didn't give it to him. So, such a rare thing. And many years ago, I was living in Kenya, in East Africa. Little English boy moving to Kenya. Many Gujaratis there. So now, usually I do weddings, you see, and they say, Ari Bapri Maharaj Dorio che. So I tell them in England, we say, you are what you eat. As if you eat Gujarati, you become Gujarati. So I say, Dorio bare Gujarati andar. Let that go over your head if you're not Gujarati. Anyway, I was in a little village near Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria, one morning I was Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare, doing my meditation. The sun was just coming up. And out of the water, towards me, came a hippopotamus. There is nothing quite like a hippopotamus to frighten you out of your Krishna consciousness. You may not have had the experience here in New Jersey, but let me tell you, more people die from a hippo than a crocodile. And when they're chasing you, which this one was, you have to jump up very quickly. Hare Krishna! So anyway, later that day, someone said, "Are you Hare Krishna, Hare Rama?" Well, he didn't quite say it like that. He said, "Are you Hare Krishna, Hare Rama?" I said, "Yes." He said, you come to my house." And he took me to his house in a village. And the house was just a mud hut, completely made of mud. African man, completely made of mud hut. He was like one of these tribal people with a spear, Maasai, red, earrings. He said, "Come look. And there on the wall of the mud hut was a picture of Panchatattva. Like this, five beautiful personalities which you see on the wall above the altar here. So it can happen anywhere. So Krishna will reach out to anyone if they're interested. But once you have come into the association of devotees, then it is a gentle art to make it work for you. And the only way that you can make it work is to treat each day as a very precious commodity. Treat each day as a very precious commodity. 10 years ago, a doctor, not unlike that doctor there, but not that doctor there, he came to me and he said, "I'm sorry, you have cancer." This is when I was 50. I said, "How far has it spread?" He said, "Well, we will find out very soon." So I was walking towards the MRI machine, which would say whether the cancer had spread all over my body to my bones, in which case I'd have 18 months to live. Hare Krishna. I said, "Krishna, why me? Krishna, why now? But if I have done anything good, make it so that it hasn't spread." Desperate pleas, desperate prayers. Anyway, so you know the answer. I'm still sitting here. So each day I take as a fresh opportunity to try to understand what is the life of a devotee. I can't claim to be anything of a devotee, but I can claim that I've been given a wonderful opportunity, and that each day I can use that opportunity to learn more and to serve more. Because one day, all those opportunities will be taken away from us. I pray that all of you live 120 years. I pray that you'll live. But even if you live to 120 years, a third of that time you will spend sleeping. Huh? Another bit of time you'll spend eating. Another bit of time you'll spend watching Bollywood movies. Huh? Then the men, the rest of the time you'll spend shaving, shopping, and the ladies will spend shopping. Both of you will spend cooking. Then the rest of the time maybe you'll spend working. My friends, you have very, very limited time to do Sangha. Very limited time. I must tell you, a very limited time. When I had cancer, I had very limited time. The whole of my world shrunk down to the size of my bead bag. Your whole with nothing else. They say that being told that you have cancer is like jumping out of a plane and wondering whether or not you have a parachute on your back. It feels like that. It actually feels like that. So my time became so much more calculated. So now I'm choosing to spend my time in a little bit more careful way, because I know there's very little left. Of course, when you're 62, you don't have much time left anyway. So you better start using it to the best advantage. But my friends, even when you're 52, 42, 32, you never know. So let's use this one precious life that we have to not only become Krishna conscious, Jai, Hare Krishna, by time? Huh? Okay. Let us, it is not a question of me being Krishna conscious by myself. If you look around the room, just look around the room, look at the person next to you then, look at the person next to you. Shake the hand of the person sitting next to you, saying Haribol. Haribol. Okay. In the next 2 weeks, I want you to ask that person a very serious question and then do one thing for me. You do one thing for me? Ask this person this very important question. Whether they're junior to you, senior to you, whether you don't think they know enough, or whatever you think of them. Okay? You don't have to tell me. Ask them this important question. Prabhuji, what can I do to improve my spiritual life? And then they'll say something like, oh, no, no. Oh, no. Okay, so just let them get that out of the way, because this is what devotees do. Oh, no. Prabhu, I should be asking you this question. Okay. This is called Chaupati training. But no, let them get that out of the way, and then look at them straight in the eyes and go, no, seriously. Seriously. Tell me seriously. Come on. Give it to me. Between the eyes. Tell me. And then just shut up. Don't say anything at all. Don't say anything at all until they finish speaking. Then they'll start saying things like, well, there is one thing I've noticed about you that you could improve. And then they'll go, no, but I don't want to say, it's not for me to tell you. You can ask Guru Maharaj when he comes. And say, no. You see, this thing, we are not a triangle. We are a triangle, not a one-way street. Yes, the Guru can tell you. Yes, you can wait until he comes. But the Guru may not know everything that happens in between each visit. Okay? Other people may be noticing things. Prabhupada said, if 3 people tell you the same thing on how to improve your spiritual life, that's Krishna. That's Krishna speaking to you. So the gentle art of Sangha is to ask that important question, wait for a while for the devotee's humility to get out of the way, and then listen very carefully. And don't interrupt. It's very easy to interrupt because the ego says, go on, say something now. Say something. And you say something, that's your opinion. It's not my problem. That's the way you see me. If you see me like that, that's your problem. Well, you asked me to tell you, but I didn't want you to tell me like that. I wanted you to tell me the nice things. Like I had 2 jalebis instead of 1. But no, the main thing is to be this is very serious, because then Krishna can use this person as an instrument to speak to you. Krishna can use that person. And if you're always looking for answers, then out of the mouth of someone will come the answer, just the answer that you need. I mean, I don't want to claim anything, but I'm still a devotee because I've just about managed, to listen to Krishna in every conversation. If you're always listening for Krishna, then the tree will speak, the honeybee will speak, the bear will speak, the river will speak, the mountain will speak, the sky will speak, even the prostitute will speak. But if all of them speak, all the 24 gurus speak, then how much more a Vaishnava will speak? But are you willing to listen? That's the question. So what do we do when we come in the association of devotees? We have one group. In London, we have something like 50 different groups. 50 groups. One city, 8 million people, 50 different Hare Krishna groups. Now we have a lot of groups from Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu on the eastern side of London. Maybe 400 people make up that big group. It's a Samaj, Sammelan. And every Ekadasi, if it is a Sunday, one person volunteers the house to become a japa house. And a japa house means you go there and you chant japa. Hare Krishna on your beads, and you can chant as little or as much as you like, but no one talks inside the house, you just do japa. You can eat. Sometimes the house is very crowded. Just an ordinary house, not a mandir, not a temple, someone's house. So they open up the house. Sometimes we have people who've chanted 64 rounds. One person chanted all day, 128 rounds. Hari Bol. So Ekadashi Sunday is a very nice thing to do. Now, the other thing is that Krishna is not just the Lord of the Hindus, but Krishna is simply a name for God. And that means he's sitting in everyone's heart and guiding everyone to ultimately come back to him. When I was very young, 16, I met the devotees of Krishna. And I'd gone to many different spiritual groups, and they all said, we've got the truth. The other guys, they don't have the truth. Okay, I went to the church, I went to this place. So I came to the Hare Krishnas and I said, what is the truth? That was my question for everybody. And I said, wait. I was very irritated, you see. I said, wait. You're going to tell me you have the truth and no one else has got the truth, right? And they go, no. I said, but you must. I said, you're standing there wearing the bed sheets and the clay and the funny haircut. You have chosen this path and you've rejected all the other paths. So you cannot say that the other paths have the truth, otherwise you'd be following them. He said, no, it's not like that. So he said, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, everyone follows my path, but I reveal myself as they surrender to me. So every path to Krishna, every path to God, the godly path is the path of light and revelation. But as you surrender yourself to Krishna, which means allowing Krishna to fill your buddhi, fill your intelligence with illumination, and have him reveal himself to you, then you are surrendering and allowing himself to do that. So we have certain agencies by which we do that, and it is called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a path of devotion, as you know. And when Rupa and Sanatana asked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is devotion? He gave them 64 different activities. Would you like to know what they are? From 1 to 64? Don't say that, I'm hungry too. We whittled it down to 5. He said, these are 5 things. He said, if you do these 5 things, then you'll make spiritual advancement very rapidly. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he takes them and he says, actually, all the other principles are like princes. He said, but the emperors of all the rules and regulations, he says, is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. And Srila Rupa Goswami, he takes those 3 and he puts it all together and he says, actually, there is only one spiritual principle. He says, there's only 2 spiritual principles. He said, always remember Krishna, never forget him. And A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, said, actually, out of all the religious principles, he said, Kirtanam. He said, because when you're chanting the holy name of Krishna, which includes japa, Kirtanam, you're automatically doing Shravanam, and you're automatically doing Smaranam. He said, so Kirtan is the emperor of emperors of all the religious principles. So if you gather together for Kirtan, when I lived in Mombasa, have you heard of Mombasa, anyone? It's a beautiful tropical island, practically. Well, it says an island, but it's a little bit like Manhattan. It's joined, but the rest of it is surrounded by water. White sand, palm trees, and water the color of this gentleman's shirt. Like that. Beautiful. It's like living in Swarga. Like living in heaven. But you still have to remember that it is the material world. Anyway, 5 o'clock on an Ekadashi, I looked out the window and there was a big group doing kirtan. Not Iskcon, but from the Hindu community were joined together. They came with flags, they came with tulsi, they came with many things. And all singing, doing the ferry around the neighborhood, just crisscrossing the neighborhood. Now, I don't know how that will go down in the United States of America. 5 o'clock in the morning, the local Plainfield, New Jersey Sammelan coming and doing Harinam through the streets. But it is a wonderful thing to do Harinam through the streets. Prabhupada in England, he told us do these 6 things. Harinam, free food, free information, stop for some time, talk to people, answer their questions, distribute books, and arrange a program in their home. He said, if you do these things, Krishna consciousness will always be expanding. So that is my message to you today. Let us do the kirtan with each other. Let's listen to each other. Allow ourselves to be used as instruments and listen to each other as if Krishna is speaking through your friend. Okay? And let's share the Krishna consciousness with others also. Because Krishna says, the person who shares me with others becomes very dear to me. That's the whole business of this movement. The whole business of this movement is not so that we only build a temple for ourselves. That's called Freemasons. Okay, if you build a temple for yourself, we had I don't know whether you've heard of a particular group called the Brethren. Have you heard of the Brethren? There's another group, off splinter called the Exclusive Brethren. And they build churches with no windows at all. And there was a group on the corner of my street, and the church had no windows. So no one could ever look in and no one could ever look out. And that you couldn't join. I said, well, how does anybody ever join them? So we are not an exclusive club that you can only join if you're from India, or you can only join if you're already a Hindu. This group is for everybody. And our business is really to share Krishna consciousness with those who don't have it yet. And by sharing, we ourselves become more conscious of Krishna, because Krishna is very, very pleased. And people go through different levels of transformation within the heart. At each stage, they need a guru. I'm not talking here of the Iskcon guru or this one, but a person who will help them to come to the next stage. Like my daughter, Tulsi, married to Namrasya. For many years she was a midwife, or sometimes you say doula, or sometimes you say birthing assistant. It would help people. It means that you help them through what is a painful time, but at the end of the pain comes the joy. When you have a child, that's joyful, but first comes the pain, the discomfort. So the point here is that people go through a little bit of pain in order to come to find the joy of Krishna consciousness. So how we can help them? How can you help them? You ask yourself that question. What is it that I can do to help somebody come to Krishna consciousness? And just remember that they may not look like you, they may not speak like you, they may not have your family background or your ethnic background, but there are people who are suffering for lack of a spiritual life, and they're interested. And you know, I have always found that if you allow yourself to be an instrument in Krishna's hands at finding people, you will find them. Like Duryodhan, who was it? Duryodhan and Yudhishthira. Krishna sent them both on who sent them? Who sent them? Huh? What was that story? Huh? Anyway, Yudhishthira was sent to find someone that was better than him. No, worse than him. Worse than him. And Duryodhan was sent on a mission to find someone better than him. Duryodhan came back and he said, I can't find anybody better than me. And Yudhishthira came back and he said, actually, my lord, I can't find anybody worse. So there's two different attitudes. So we see what we want to see. If you go and you see people are not devotees, then you won't ever find them. If you go and you look for devotees, you will always find them. Always find them. That's how I came to Krishna consciousness. Someone called Tribhuvanath Das, he came into the middle of a rainy field, and there were some musicians, and I was interested in yoga and music and different things like that. Anyway, he came, and he in the rain, he was speaking to me in the rain. And I thought, well, these people must be very serious. Must be something special about what they do. So we were both wet. So I said, okay, I'll do what you do. So then, in my turn, I was also able, because in Britain it's always raining. If you go out and you speak to someone in the rain, Krishna says, yes, serious person. So we have many people that came because of preaching in the rain. Preaching in the rain. George Harrison, when he saw the devotees on Oxford Street, they were singing. They were singing in the rain. Huh? And he said, they must be serious. So then when he met them, he looked after them. And he remained a devotee throughout his life. Gave us a very big house. That house was worth about $250,000 at the time. Now it's worth $6.5 million. But that wonderful gift came as a result of his seeing devotees just doing a simple thing, singing in the rain. So, very nice to sing inside your temple. Very nice sometimes to go outside. And when you go outside to sing Harinam Sankirtan, you don't always have to pull a chariot. I'm just telling you. It doesn't have to be once a year, and you don't have to pull any chariot at all. So don't get worried if you're going singing and you look behind and there's not a 50-foot chariot behind you. It's okay. Relax. You can do it. So, I'm here today for the next half an hour, and then I'm gone. And then at the end of the week, I'm back to England. I thank you very much for receiving me into your community and allowing me to speak this afternoon. Hare Krishna. I promise I won't give a long answer. We made a little chart, if anybody's interested. This is like a little preaching chart of how a person comes to Krishna consciousness, and how we start off with a lot of people and end up with just a few, and the different levels of transformation that people go through on their journey of faith. So I have a few of those to give out if you are interested. But if there's one question, otherwise we can move straight on to announcements. And I think who's hungry? I think they're hungry. All right. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I forget the rest. What comes next?
Krishna, Krishna.
Thank you so much. Now I remember. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Haribo. Krishna, everybody be seated with the announcements.
So let's thank His Grace Kripamaya Prabhu with a loud Haribol! 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 We humbly request him to come again and again. It was a wonderful class, Prabhuji. I was really feeling enlivened, so I'm sure. Did you all get some message from the class? If you did, please chant loud Haribol. Yes. Yes. Some quick announcements. October 7th is Dasera. Ramchandra Vijayotsav. Shiva Ramchandra Bhagwan ki. Yeah. We'll be celebrating it next Sunday as part of the Sunday class. And after that, we'll have the Sunday school children normally have a Ravan, which the effigy of Ravan with the burn. This will happen next Sunday. October 13th to November 12th is a very special month. It's called the month of Damodar or Kartik, where every day we offer candles to the Lord, and we also visit. Kripamaya Prabhu was mentioning about one message that, okay, go out to different homes and do programs. We're not able to do the entire year, but at least in the month of Damodar, we like to go to as many houses and do as many programs as possible, right? So if you like to hold a program at your home, there's no price, no cost to that. We'll come and do kirtan and offer candles to Damodar and show you how to offer candles to the Supreme Lord Damodar. So if you like to hold a program, please contact one of us. We can get you in the schedule. Hare Krishna. And then October 26th, 27th and 28th, we are doing a 3-day celebration of this Diwali weekend. 26th being a Saturday, we'll have wonderful festivities in the evening. 27th is the Diwali, actual day of Diwali, and 28th is Govardhan Puja. It's a Monday, but we are going to have Anakut celebration in a big way on a Monday evening. So 26, 27, 28, please jot it down. It's a very special celebration. Okay. Today's Sunday feast is sponsored by a few families. It's Jagdish Shima Prabhu and his family for his daughter's birthday, and in remembrance of his parents Mahavir Singh and Rajkali Devi, and also Pran Krishna Prabhu and Taruni Radha Mataji for their son Gaura Hari's first grain ceremony. Please come, please come. We have a list of those who like to prepare food for the please contact Jayapaka Prabhu and we will have